Look, they've got the 16-point lead against Mongolia. It's not make or break if you hit that three, but I'm telling you, against the Philippines, it's going to be.
And the Philippines, again, defending champions in multiple FIBA Opens. I don't know how they're going to fare against them, but I know they're getting ready. I know the Philippines are watching this game and doing their homework because, as you said, that round robin, just 3 games. So if you lose 2, you're out. And I think Mongolia is feeling it just a little bit, but no way. Oh, my God. Talk about disrespectful. If he got that off, I would have left the studio.
Yeah, look, he tried the alley-oop dunk to himself right there off the glass. Yeah, that's not going to fly at this level. I think it's too much national pride. Nobody's getting alley-oop dunked on when it comes to the eFIBA Season 1 because, you know, that's hard to go home and tell mom and dad about.
I see you, Indonesia. I see you trying to show out a little bit, but let's win this game first, all right? We got people got pride on the line, but Mongolia, captain, right now on the top, going to do a little bit of a reverse layup. Ooh, that move was almost perfect.
Yeah, it's like such a fun build that he's actually creating for himself there, Sam Nation. Man, the dunk ability really surprised me, but he's been driving. I just need a little bit more of that when we see Mongolia a little later in the day. Still only a 14-point game here. Can we see something, or as Fuego draws the foul, he's going to shoot the free throws? We got to see something happen pretty dramatic here in the next couple of minutes if Mongolia want to come back and win this one.
Got it. Shout out to Papa 2K saying that Indonesia is in control in the chat there on Twitch. Again, we can see you live. You are part of this just as we're commentating this game. We want you to feel like you could talk to us, ask us questions, and just basically make this even more exciting. And one more time, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter with the name eFIBA_official. And Mongolia, let's see what you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we're multi-broadcasting right now as we get a nice pass and dunk there from Mongolia. Multi-broadcasting across the TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
It's everywhere.
Pretty awesome, yeah.
Okay, my man, Kevin Modelo, I know you on TikTok right now. I see you, bro. But as you see, this lead is slowly coming back, 55-41. I'm telling you, it might be 2 minutes left in the game, but just in case, Indonesia, you can't take your foot off the pedal. Keep it on the gas, all right? If you want to make sure you got this win, you can't let up. Anything can happen in 2K, but Mr. Fuego activated mid-range. I see you, bye-bye.
Yeah, look, and Fuego actually was milking the clock there. Very intelligent. That's what you need right there. But as soon as he saw, like, okay, they're giving me this easy too, take it. He'd already worked 14 seconds off the clock. Smart move from the captain. That's a captain's play. And again, these teams have coaches, guys. They have, you know, statisticians. They've got coaches. They've got people in their ear telling them how to play it, what to do. Sam Nation gets rejected. Oh, that was ugly. And here come Indonesia going the other way. Thafo pulling it up again. Fuego will be saying, chillax, guys. We got this. A minute 20. Let's milk the clock. Wide open. You got to take it, though.
Oh, beautiful shot right in the corner. Fuego activated. Mongolia being a little bit timid. They got to be more aggressive. But I'm loving Indonesia's full court pressure. Even though they're almost up by 20 points, I think they heard what I said. Don't take the pedal off the gas. Ooh. And bam! Air Jordan!
The two-handed baseline drive dunk, a thing of beauty right there, Vince. And one point I want to make, point differential might come into this. So, yeah, I think you're dead right. As he draws a foul, he's going to be shooting free throws here, Sam Nation. Point differential might come into this. I agree. Pour it in.
No, explain that more as my eFIBA expert. Again, with the basically 3 games each, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean when it comes to point differential?
Well, it's round robin, actually, so it's only 2 games each. It's even less. I mean, you know, losing, you might go home. But if somehow Mongolia can get the upset later on, it looks like they're probably going to lose this game here. If they can get the upset, for example, against the Philippines, you know, and then say the Philippines were to also beat Indonesia, each team has 1 win. It's going to come down to point differential. At the end of the day, don't take it easy on your opponents. If you can pour in those buckets, do it.
That's why you're trying to secure yourself going to the finals. As I said, it's going to be coming this Tuesday and Wednesday. So make sure that you're scoring those points. And I see people in the chat are already excited for the Philippines. I know the Filipinos are going to put those flags in the chat. But is anybody from Indonesia watching live on Twitch? I don't know what time it is over there, so they may not be up. But we want to see if you're about the game.
Now, listen, it's the evening on Friday night. Everybody's getting a little bit loosey-goosey, having a good time watching some eFIBA Season 1. I guarantee you they're watching.
Absolutely amazing. Now look at this right there. Beautiful dunk. Oh, that may be another replay.
Oh my word, absolutely massive dunk right there. Final 12 seconds, game number 1, eFIBA Season 2. Going down swinging, mad respect here from Mongolia. Turnovers backwards and forth, they are hustling. That's what this game was all about. And now, game 1 in the books. Exciting stuff, Vince.
Absolutely great. Now, here's the thing. We also have live interviews from the captains of each team after each match. I'm sorry to say, but we got to say it. Mongolia's captain, Sam, will be coming up real quick. I see him right here. I'm just going to say hi so you can hear me. Sam, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, how are you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Tough loss.
Tough loss. Now, but I will say this. You were taking over about half, maybe 75% of the game. What will you need to improve when it comes to facing against the Philippines?
We learned that the defense was really tough, and we had few turnovers, like 8 turnovers, and they really defended 3 points as well.
Understood.
I mean, they defended 3 points really well.
Gotcha. Well, you defended 3 points. You're going to increase your defense. I know you're going to talk to your team. I have faith in you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
No problem. And now we're going to have the captain from the Indonesia team. As you saw, he was already putting the threes up. He had confidence. Fuego, you there?
Hello, sir.
How you doing? How do you feel after that amazing win against the Mongolian team?
I'm confident going up against E-Gilas next and the Mongolias. Hope we can get a win against the E-Gilas and advance to the finals.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. Congratulations on the win. I can't wait to see you the next game.
Thank you, sir. Bye, everyone.
Well, Vince, we've got some truly epic highlights coming our way as well here. You know what I loved at the end of the interview right there? The word confident, because they're going to need that against the Philippines. But look, I think we got a lead with these Indonesian dunks. I mean, they were absolutely epic right there. Yes, they made all the shots they needed to make, but the dunks in particular, for me, were just, the highlight as we see Fuego driving the lane in contact. Hey, how you doing? As of course, and we mentioned wide open threes, making those shots that they're taking as well. There were a couple of uncharacteristic misses from Indonesia. They'll want to get out of the system in this game because against the Philippines, they're going to have to be perfect if they want to win that one. But it was really, really good. And of course, that giant purple afro, I must have circled it, written it down. We're loving it from Fuego.
Fuego actually took control of this game. He activated his archetype almost nearly immediately and showed exactly why he's the captain. He reminds me of Oz, all right? He was behind the curtain, but guess what? He was controlling all the magic. But then when he does these amazing mid-range shots like that beautiful dunk when he basically parted that Red Sea was beautiful.
Yeah, and you can see, though, he actually works the ball around to his open teammates as well. So Fuego scoring a lot of the points, but also making a lot of the points for the rest of the team as well. Now, of course, there are two sides to every coin there as well. I was quietly impressed with Mongolia in this game to actually keep Indonesia to such a low scoring level, but they just had a few too many misses, and that's the highlight package that we're going to show you here right now. Just a few too many misses, because at this level, these are shots like that right there that you got to be making. You really have to knock down those threes if you want to compete with some of these heavyweights on the global stage. They did make a few threes, but not enough to stay relevant in this game, Vince. Now, after that, though, you and I started to get excited because the misses, yeah, sure, there were a few of them, but there were also a few insane dunks, in particular from Sam Nation. So we know that highlight package is definitely in the mail. Nice bit of defense right there. But Sam Nation, here he is, man. Look, clear runway number 1, because this dude is about to take off. Look at that, outside the key.
Ooh, oh my God, beautiful. And shout out to Mongolia. Again, population about 3.3 million people participating as a nation, representing your flag. Now, that was just game 1. You still got another game coming. So don't be out yet, because if you come back, you still have a chance to go in the finals, and I can't wait for that.
Yeah, big time. Again, focusing on this tournament and its actual construct is what is making it so epic. The pressure is building on Mongolia now. Indonesia get that win, but the pressure is going to be on them to turn it around right here, right now, try to get 2 wins in a row. This is our heavyweight bout when it comes to this region. This is going to be very, very exciting.
Yep. Now, we're going to see them play in the first time for the eFIBA Season 1, the Philippines. And we actually have a special feature from the captain of the Philippine team. He's going to give us the trips and tricks of NBA 2K. Shout out to Julian. Let's watch.
Alright guys, so this is the move that I do usually. When you're in the corner, when someone passes you the ball and you don't have to catch and shoot, this is what I do. When I catch the ball, I just run to the wing, then I fade it, that's it. So on defense, as a lock, you should have 99 steal. And I feel like the easiest way to get a steal is when you're behind the ball handler, you can just press square, and most of the time, you would get that ball, you would get that steal. So that's my tip on how to get more steals. Yeah, that's it.
All right, shout out to Julian, captain of the Filipino team. I can't wait to see you play. Salamat, I think I learned a little bit Tagalog, so that was fantastic. But those tricks and tips are crucial, which is fantastic, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But now, let's have a look at the standings because we really want to paint the picture for everybody at home. As you can see, 3 teams round robin, so only 2 games per team. Mongolia, that point differential I was talking about there, Vince, already down -13. They finished strong right there. Indonesia went out, did what they needed to do, but this is the massive game right now, okay? These are the 2 previous champions in previous iterations of eFIBA about to go. Heavyweight fight coming up.
Yes, and again, we're going to see Philippines. They're going to be defending champions. Indonesia coming in with that win. Now, as you just saw, that +13. Don't get your foot off the gas. That could be the difference of you going to the next round. As you see, now Mongolia is -13. Indonesia is +13. You don't want to go when it comes to that point differential, but you got to keep that in mind at all times when you're playing NBA 2K.
Yeah, big time. And what's going to be interesting is quite often when 2 massive teams go head-to-head and they know each other's game as well as the Philippines and Indonesia do, sometimes we see low-scoring affairs. Don't be surprised if the score's in the 50s and it's only a 1-bucket game. It could be really, really tight here. So that +13 is going to be absolutely massive when it comes to what comes next. Plus, on top of that, Mongolia showed flashes in game number 1.
Oh,
there.
yes.
So this might be a very draining game coming up here for the Philippines. And then they got to go face a resurgent Mongolia team who've had a game off. You know, they've hit the electrolytes, Vince. They've got the energy drinks. They've got the water, the fluids going. They've got their tactics. You never know what could happen in the 3rd game.
Absolutely. But now it's time for Philippines versus Indonesia. Now let's look at the lineups one more time. Let's see who's playing in this first game right here against the Philippines.
Yeah.
But here they are.
Oh, the Philippines. This is going to be absolutely awesome here. We got LCB 31, Don Preach. We got Erbil, Ice, and 6K. And look out for Ice. Any player that ever has Ice in his name and in his Avi is always going to be hard to contend with, but we know for a fact he's got ice in the veins. That's my narrative. Check him out.
Now, look, I'm an LG Ice fan. I was seeing about him like a couple of days ago. I was watching him play, so I'm a fan of the Philippines. And right now, in the chat, I know there's some Filipinos in the chat. I want to see some Filipino flags. I want to see some flames. I see it's amazing. Now, we already know about that beautiful lineup with Indonesia. Look at eFuego again. eFuego is going to put some more work. And if you look at Hezi as well, fantastic rebounds. Offensive rebounds were great. And also the ball movement was even more to perfection. They know how to get the open man. A lot of their points came from pass, cut, pass, cut. Now, it is a video game, but they're using real-life NBA tactics to take that dub.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Fuego, if you're looking for a real-life comparison, for me, he's kind of the Magic Johnson. He really is out there, yeah. So he could absolutely average 30 points a game, but at the same time, he's probably averaging about 10 assists. He's creating another 20 points because he demands so much attention.
Yes.
And then he's working the ball to the corners in particular. They're sitting there ready to stroke it green. It is a thing of beauty. So if you just tuned in and you're a fan of the Philippines, you're about to see a purple-haired Afro demon on the court for Indonesia, flying around making nightmare scenarios. But that said, we know the Philippines, they're coming to play, Vince.
Absolutely. Now, Indonesia has participated in other FIBA Opens, which is fantastic. So they have that experience. Now, I want to talk about Philippines. Now, they were the champions from FIBA Open 1 and 3. Now, you were a part of that.
Yeah.
What did you see them do that made them so good?
Yeah, it's the teamwork. They are a well-oiled machine. We're getting to the level now, in particular between these two teams, and this is why it is a heavyweight bout, where mistakes can be very costly. Look for the shooting percentage to be in the 90s here. Very rare that anybody is going to miss. They're going to be locked in, and that's what you're getting. You're getting two well-oiled teams that know one another, a lot of teamwork. As we've already mentioned in broadcast, they're training just as much as real-life basketball players as well. They've got the nutritional plan. They're getting their sleep. They're getting their reps in. They've got coaching staff, statisticians, nutritionists. It's absolutely epic. These teams know one another. The Philippines, incredibly well-oiled machine.
Now, let me see that lineup one more time, because we are breaking down Philippines back and forth, and you've seen these players play a couple of times already. But I want to see right now, anybody else, again, LG Ice we saw. I'm hearing J-Mac right now in this chat. All right, I'm going to go to down right now. We got Doreen Senpai. We got Brooklyn LL4K. I know that's Brooklyn. Yo, shout out to Brooklyn. I'm from New York. We're in Denmark right now. But, yo, give up BK all day, Jay-Z, Biggie. You know what I'm talking about. But they're already saying J-Mac for 3, J-Mac for 3. How good was he during these other events that they know he's going to run it behind the arc?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we've seen J-Mac before, not necessarily playing like the driver's seat role. So he's like an up-and-coming star. We're not going to have to wait too long, though. I believe we've got game.
We got game, and I want to see craziness in the chat. I see my Filipinos insane. Where are my Indonesians? But I want to see a whole bunch of activity right here on Twitch. But without further ado, let's get this game started. Indonesia versus the Philippines. Second game right here, eFIBA Season 1. Woo!
Here we go, Vince.
Let's get it, let's get it. Now, they're in that virtual tunnel, and they're ready to ball out. I think this is going to be a battle back and forth.
Yeah, it really is. So this is national pride. You know, these 5 young men from each team are about to go out there, represent their nation. There are tens of thousands and in some cases millions of people watching as well. So the pressure is well and truly on. Yeah, it's a digital jersey you're wearing, but as we saw from some of the video feeds there, they're fully supported by their basketball federations. So shout out to FIBA and all these national federations for putting together these e-athletes and creating these national teams. This is truly awesome stuff. It means a lot to them. Once again, Pro-Am mode means highly customizable players, highly customizable jerseys, hair, even the stadium. That's what we're seeing right here. And there they are. There's Team Philippines.
Wow.
Look at that setup. I mean, if that doesn't tell you, with the Nike sponsored, this is absolutely epic. Nike, we haven't seen the kit yet. Nike t-shirts, Philippines. Nike hoodies and zip-ups. This is huge, Vince.
Man, that was
Just to let everybody know, they're Indonesia in the white, Philippines in the blue. They're matching their uniforms in real life to their uniforms in game, which I think is absolutely cool. And you can see the defense is already stepping up a level. Nice offensive board there, and another quick foul.
fantastic. But right now, there's no one on the score right now, which is quite surprising. And I actually like this because it's showing that we have good defense and they're playing aggressive, all right? Indonesia, no, quote unquote, they're the underdog. People in the chat are going crazy for J-Mac and the Philippines, which I actually love. I love the patriotism right there. Make sure, but almost a rejection, but boom, first point, blood has been stricken by Indonesia.
Yeah, as we get a look here, the team captain feeds, and it's actually hard to make out the captain there from the Philippines. He has gone for the wide-angle shot, showing the entire team as we get the beautiful green-haired driving dunk right there, Vince. An early highlight here. It's only 2-2, but it already feels like a heavyweight bout.
The energy is electrifying right now between these two games. Right now in the chat, Recam13, I'm saying let's go Philippines. But right now, Filipino is on the other end of offense because they're playing defending. Great pass to the corner. As you see, he has an open lane. Another cross pass, pump fake by Hezi. I mean, that's what they call him, Hezi. But I see right now, he's still pump, and then, from deep behind the arc, off the mark. We got to get the ball.
Yeah, loose ball on the court right there. I love this green hair. This is fantastic. It's all as we see a deep corner shot and another miss. Rare misses from both teams. You're feeling the nerves, Vince, as we see another missed three here. This is incredibly rare for both of these teams that they will be missing this much.
Now, you advised me this is a grudge match, okay? These two went to the finals in the first FIBA 1, and I know for a fact the Indonesians are feeling it. But another on his head. John Morant has a tear in his eye, an absolute appreciation. That was a fantastic dunk by the Philippines.
LCB just absolutely destroying the rim there. Highlights team, Liz in production, please can we get that one early on? Some posterizing dunks. The score might be 4-2, but it's feeling like All-Star Weekend dunk contest out here, Vince.
Yeah, definitely all-star. And I gotta go back to the chat because I'm seeing people 100% says the Philippines are gonna take this game. However, the score is only 4-2 and it's only the first half. I don't know, but then Indonesia just got the lead. I don't know.
An awesome three worked right there. That was really nicely done. He kind of split two defenders. Again, faked the drive, stepped back, drained the three. Very nice stuff. Don with the reverse dunk. It's good. Philippines take the lead. Now, a one-point game is my favorite kind of game, Vince.
That's beautiful.
Because anything can happen.
Ooh, anything can happen. That guy was open more than 7-11. It was 24 hours. But man, again, mid-range, unlikely miss by Fuego, and also two misses in a row. I don't know, Fuego fingers might be a little tired.
Yeah, that's interesting. And we got, so we got a flagrant foul. Say that 3 times really quickly. Flagrant foul right there. So not only do they get the free throw, but they get the ball back right here. And here comes LCB early on. He is putting his hand up for MVP for the Philippines. I would say so far the game has run through him.
All right, now beautiful. All little and great defense by Indonesia. Fast break, that is instant transmission to transition, but then you messed up. You got to make sure you control the most important thing of basketball, which is the rock.
Yep.
You can't have these silly turnovers when you're at this level at eFIBA Season 1.
Yeah, absolutely. As the coaches in Australia would say, don't spill the pill, mate. All right, there we go. As we get an, steal off the inbound, though. Thafo feeding it back to Fuego. You can feel the nerves, can't you, Vince? Because these are two teams that don't normally miss open threes, don't normally make turnovers, but Philippines at the moment hustle like Russell down the court.
Love it, but right there, I kid you not, Tom Brady would have been very grateful for that pass. Full court pass to a 2, begin answering back Indonesia. 9-7, there's only 1:26 left in the first quarter. And I'm telling you, these teams right now are sweating. I guarantee these players are feeling the pressure. I mean, very low scoring game, but then great cross, and then a double hammer jammer right on the rim.
Lots of dunks early on. It's interesting. So they're missing their threes, right? Mm-hmm. They're taking what's on offer, which is high percentage buckets. As a coach, you've got to be happy with that as we see another missed three and another baseline drive and a huge dunk. This has been the quarter of dunks, Vince.
But can I say, fly like an eagle into the future. That's my Space Jam, people. If you know Space Jam, I'm an 80s baby. You got me, Michael Jordan. Not the LeBron James Space Jam, the Michael Jordan Space Jam, but that was a fantastic baseline dunk. And I'm telling you, Philippines is now showing why they're defending champions. Indonesia moving the ball around, making sure they get the right play. Thafo trying to go one-on-one on the point guard. Right now, Fuego, point guard, trying to control. Great pass into the lane. Look, is that a foul? Is that an and one? Nah, just a regular foul.
That was a shot clock violation, Vince.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I was a foul. Listen, a shot clock violation because we were both shocked. What defense there from the Philippines as we see even more hustle here though from Indonesia. You gotta hit this three, and he does. That's what's up. So having a look at the players here, top left corner, focus on LCB 31. He's the avatar here with the green hair and has really just been dominating this game for the Philippines as he goes for the contested dunk. A miss. They get the ball back though, resetting the shot clock. And here, what can they do? Philippines up by 3, under 10 here in the first quarter, Vince. I can't believe it. What a long first quarter.
Oh my God, it's still the first quarter, but a great jam by the big fella, Don Preach. Definitely showing that why he's the center of the team. And I'm telling you, I love the, you guys don't know about anime, but right there, whew, that amazing, right now, Naruto, white hair, which my man, like going with Sasuke was great. But anyway, as you can see right here, this is absolutely beautiful. Great pass, going up, No, all right.
Yeah.
But like a Kakashi Sensei, showing what he's about, doing some Naruto vibes. Now, I'm a weeb, so you may get some anime, you know, references once in a while. You know, I do my little appreciation jutsu for y'all, but I'm loving this team, and I love the way they look.
Hey, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Big brain play right there. Call the timeout instead of get the offensive 3-second right there. As we see the air dunk right there. That was really, really nice. Who was that? I actually missed the other. Yeah, it was Ice. There's Ice, who I shouted out early on. That's his first bucket. That right there, Fuego, captain's bucket. They recognize Indonesia that we've just got to put some points in here. 5-point deficit. Now, I did warn everybody. I said it pre-game. It might be a low-scoring affair as the Philippines work another 3. It might be a low-scoring affair. They might not break 50 here. That's how tight this game's going to be. That's how well they each know one another.
I actually love that foul by the Philippines, stopping the transition because they could see Indonesia is getting hot. They're getting more confidence, and it's all behind this man right here in the purple afro. And, in a Fuego, showing why he's the captain, showing why he knows how to control his team. That takes practice, but also, as he said, confidence. You know, confidence is the one thing. Now, that was from Mongolian Sam, but you know, he basically is going into Indonesia saying that I got confidence, I'm going to go. And another right down the lane dunk. Man, this guy is amazing.
LCB with the green hair, as if he weren't standing out enough already. What a standout performance so far in the first half here. This was the heavyweight match that we build, and so far it is not disappointing, Vince. Philippines, Indonesia, only a 5-point game. But this feels like 5 points could be 15 points in another game. It's, you know, it's such a tight affair that every bucket counts.
Absolutely. Now, again, we are live on Twitch. I want to see if anyone has any questions for us right here in the studio. I see Recam, Richmond, Brooklyn. You guys have been so crazy in the chat. I appreciate the love. You guys are really pushing for JMac. And again, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, _ when it comes to eFIBA _official. Now, what you guys want to know from us? You guys want to know how this tournament's going to be running? You want to find out who we may pick for MVP from the past couple of games? We want you to be involved because right now the Philippines has a nice little off the back of the rim and they could not score that layup.
Yeah, a couple of end-to-end plays here where we've got no points, we've got turnovers, we've got misses. It's a cagey affair, and I got to tell you, I'm here for it. I quite enjoy it. I like a low-scoring game. This feels like college ball to me. As we see a timeout for Indonesia here. A smart play right there. You recognized, again, big brain. He was about to step out of bounds with the rock. So, yeah, let's take a timeout instead of a turnover. Gives them a chance to just, you know, pump the brakes a little bit, communicate. When you're in the thick of it, it's hard to calm down. It's hard to stay focused.
Exactly.
But Fuego will be in their ears right there. They're all playing side by side. Good feed right there as we see a huge block.
What? As Mutombo would say, no, 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 not today. That was a monster block, and that's going to give some confidence to the Philippines. That rejection was so hard. That's like me trying to slide in Rihanna's DM. She ain't never going to call me back, and I tried it before, and I'm still hurt. I'm sorry.
Well, Vince, you can stand under my umbrella any day. As we see Fuego step up with the big old 3, and the lead is cut to 2. Big possession. We got full court pressure. Just about. It looked like they were going to go full court for a second there. Indonesia reach-in foul. Nothing wrong with that. This possession, pretty critical right here.
Now, as an eFIBA expert, I want to ask, what about stamina when it comes to these certain players? Because maybe they're trying to save their best for last. Because don't forget, you still got more time in the second half. Could that come be a factor why they didn't do that full court press?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. You definitely won't want to pump the brakes as we see a deep ball right there. Listen, have the threes finally been unlocked here?
Oh, yeah.
The dunk session is over. Are we about to see the heavy rains? What's about to go on? But to get back to your question about stamina, as we see Fuego knock in a nice long-range jumper there. It does play a role, without a doubt. But that said, I think sometimes you got to just read the game and go for it.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, monster dunk by the Philippines. I want that as a replay. That was a contested, fantastic 5-slammer jammer. If you know about Houston, that's some old school basketball right there. But man, these guys are showing they got some bunnies. They got bungees. They can fly on anything. I'm gonna start calling them airwalkers because at the end of the day, they've just been floating on oxygen.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. And as we said that, Fuego, he's activated, but misses the open 3. nerves can affect absolutely anybody. He'll be kicking himself for that one. Nice offensive board here by Social for the Philippines. That's exactly what he's out there to do. Feeding it to Don Perch. Don's like, drive, don't drive. LCB working that ball around. 2 seconds to shoot. They got to get it up. They do. It's a miss and another offensive board for Don Perch. If I'm him, yeah, just take the 2 points on offer. Nice bucket.
Take the 2 points, but at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to play through the game. But I have no idea. That must have been a glitch in the system. Don't forget, this is still NBA 2K. These aren't real people. These are avatars, all right? They're not outside of Times Square. They're not in the Copenhagen Square where we went to the King Square that I couldn't pronounce right. But I'm telling you, these also can have a glitch in the game, and that had to be. But as you see, LG Ice controlling the top of the key, showing some confidence.
Oh.
That was a Steph Curry shot behind the arc.
Oh.
Like candy sweet.
Oh, that was beautiful right there. This 10-point lead is absolutely massive. Indonesia showing uncharacteristic mistakes right here. They've just got to try and get some points here. This possession and the next one, if they can. This is, Vince, where you would say stamina heck. We're going to go full court if they can get a bucket right here. Fuego sticking to him like glue. Got to take the deep three. Missed. Good offensive board there from Ak. He's going to try and kick it back out. Fuego trying to work the three. Yeah, I'd take those points right there as he gets blocked.
Oh, my God. That was a Musibara. That's Kuroko no basketball block. That was a two-handed rejection slam. I'm telling you, that was almost equivalent to a slam dunk on your mama. He's disrespecting you, bro. Don't let him do that.
Wow. I mean, we just saw over 30 seconds of defense without a bucket given up there. The Philippines causing the shot clock violation early on, Vince, as well. I got to tell you, as we see the avatars right there, I got to tell you, this is a quokka shocker right here. I was not expecting it, Vince.
Now, 29-19, the captains are risked there. I see Philippines are coming together. Beautiful teamwork. Fuego is like, yo, we're still in this. And also right now in the chat, people are going, sheesh, how these amazing plays are going right here at eFIBA. Excuse me, I said EBA, didn't I?
Yeah.
eFIBA Season 1. Hey, after a while, you're going to put words together. But this has been a fantastic game. And also follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and also Twitch.
Yeah, fantastic work there from the Philippines. They're up by 12. These buckets, every possession now, the pressure is just being turned up notch by notch, okay? Every bucket starts to really count as we see Agar. Oh, no foul, but he got the bucket. Fair enough right there. I thought we were going to get an M1. They really needed points there, Indonesia. Fair play to them. Now they're going full court pressure. Yeah, it's time to pull out all the stops and have a crack at the Philippines here.
I see that right now. The LG Ice right now controlling the game, controlling the pocket. Beautiful pass down low, pump fake, and almost an and one. The old saying, hey, you move your feet, you lose your seat. But definitely great try. Let's see if the big man can hit the free throw. Oh, 100%. A big man that can hit free throws. That's almost like a home unicorn right there.
Oh, big man missed free throw. There we go. He missed the second one. We cursed him, Vince, but hey, it's going to happen from time to time. Great defense again from the Philippines. Look, they're blocking the passing lanes. They're hustling so hard right there. Again, 11-point lead. Fuego is going to work for these threes. But honestly, I really think they have to take some high percentage shots as well. Chip away at this Filipino lead.
Hino Vert's been a little quiet this game, but right now, Hezi, haven't seen him much do with them pump fakes behind the arc. Again, that's what we call him Hezin. But right there, another pump fake there to Eno Fuego, right to the point guard. And as soon as I said something, he almost did the commentator blessing, but that was a commentator curse. My bad, bro. My bad.
It's all good, mate. Listen, it's a lot easier said than done. These players representing their nations against an opponent that knows you so well, knows how to stop you, get you out of your comfort zone, right? Stroking a green, a lot easier said than done. I can't do half the shots these guys make.
Absolutely. Now, right now, you see right there the different players on each side. Now, we got Eno Fuego on the right side, and now on the left, I want to say LCB is the captain of the Philippines team, and let's see if he's going to take over. And I see a lot of people talking about J-Mac, that he's going to be storing behind the arc. But as I'm seeing, this Filipino team is strong, and they're proving why. They were defending champions of the FIBA Opens.
Yeah, they've come to play, without a doubt. And heavy weighs the crown, as the expression goes.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy weighs the crown, but they've come in so far so good. They're up by 13. Traditionally speaking, 13 points is not that much of a lead when it comes to these tournaments. However, due to the low-scoring nature of this game in particular, as we see a nice putback there from Don Perch, due to the low-scoring nature of this game here, that's a big lead, 15 points.
Now, that last play, I was really confused by Don Purge. I'm going to call him Kakashi Sensei because he had an open layup but didn't score. What was he thinking there? I mean, that's some points that you're giving away. And as we just talked about with the Mongolian game, you need to score points just in case it comes down to it for you to advance. But Ina Fuego, behind the arc, off the mark, great offensive rebound by Indonesia, making sure they keep control of the ball. Off the mark again, and now it's the Philippines. Let's see what they can do for this transition.
Yes, we see the standings there on the right. You can see how important this is going to be, particularly with the format of this tournament. It's round robin. You only play 2 games. You lose once, you might be going home. And it's all going to come down. Look, Indonesia have a win in the bag over Mongolia, as we can see there. But right now, if the Philippines can clock a win right here, as we see another missed 3, they're going to be in the driver's seat because they play Mongolia next. And they'll be liking their chances, Vince.
Oh, I like it, I like it. Now, Indonesia right now still has a whole bunch of confidence. I mean, the game is not over. 1:20 left in the third. They're about to get down to the shot clock violation, and off the mark, a great offensive rebound by Indonesia. They have been really crashing the boards and keeping possession most of the game, but I can see that score is not reflecting it. They're getting off the marks. They were shooting a lot better the first game. Maybe the jitters are finally coming in against the Philippines?
Yeah, maybe. It's like... Again, I don't like to be too critical, all right, because it's easier said than done. But I said they were going to have a near-perfect performance if they wanted to have a chance at the Philippines. So far, they haven't. That's okay. They may very well get a shot later on in the tournament as well.
Now, look at the captains right now. Fuego right there on the right, and to the left, LCB is the captain, but they got the entire squad of the Philippines right now showing the celebration, doing the celly. And that's a fantastic setup, by the way. I think we need to go to a flight to the Philippines, because that's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone in production mind if we go to the Philippines for the next show? Sounds like fun, especially when it's, raining here in Europe pretty much all the time right now. Philippines, count me in, Vince. Up 18 points here. The setup is great. You know, their National Basketball Federation has kitted them out with all the Nike gear. That's so cool to see. They got all the teams, all the coaches there. You know, those aren't people just filling space right there. That's the coaching staff. That's the statisticians. That's the actual technicians. You know, those are the everybody you need behind a team in order to have success like this.
Absolutely, 39-21. And real quick in the chat, Doreen Senpai really supporting, but then flying to the rim. Oh my God, this is a fantastic dunking game. LGE Ice, 14 points, 6 for 9, 2 for 4 when it comes to 3-point. 50% behind the arc. Doreen Senpai is a fan of the Philippines, but he wants to see J-Mac with those kind of numbers.
Yeah, just quietly as well, LGE Ice has just come to the forefront right here. LCB with that green hair has been awesome. So we see an off-balance 3. And having a look there at the end of the quarter. Fantastic game so far.
Yes, absolutely.
Energizing stuff right here. We're already into the fourth quarter. It's gone very quickly. 20-point deficit here. Philippines over Indonesia as we get a reach-in foul. What do you think Indonesia have to do here if they want to have a shot at coming back?
Indonesia needs 3 crucial plays, all right? What they're also going to need is one of their players to activate their archetype, all right? They're going to have to go Super Saiyan to get back in this game. But you got to rain some points behind the arc or some quick transition plays, because I do know the Philippines are not going to take them lightly. This is a grudge match. They've played them before. They know how to get them off their comfort zone, and I think that's exactly what they do. As you can see here, Philippines working the ball, making Indonesia go around for defense, but just could not convert on that play.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Such a big brain play as well. So we mentioned all the people in the background there when you see the wide shot of the Philippine national team here, eFIBA Season 1. You know, there'll be an entire coaching staff determining the tactics that they're going into the game with the game plan, but also on the fly, right? Yeah. And adjusting. And they're basically saying, milk the clock right now as we see Indonesia try to work the 3, and they hit it too. That was gorgeous. Okay, there we go. They're going full court press man, but unfortunately, they left the most dangerous player, LGE Ice, wide open for an easy dunk.
Wide open like it just opened a can with a can opener. What are you doing, man? You gotta play some defense. It's offense and defense. But we're seeing some great jams by Mr. Ice, and he has some ice in his veins. He's showing that he knows how to ball and dunk. But Indonesia right here, working to the corner, pump fake, definitely quick passes, and off the mark. Something's going on. I don't think they're flicking it right.
Yeah, look, it's easier said than done to stroke it green. We've kind of said that a few times, but it really is national pride as we see another massive drive and dunk from LCB 31. I tell you what, LCB 31 started things off for the Philippines, and then LGE Ice took the baton, ran with it all game, and we're going to see a massive finish here from LCB 31, potentially, as we see another reach-in foul right here. And, oh, it's actually a flagrant foul. So they're going to get the free throw right there and the inbound play. Up by 22, 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This might be all she wrote right here for Indonesia.
Just may be. And shout out to the chat here on Twitch. I think Brooklyn just said, Vincent, if you're calling my name, what's going on? It's your man, Vince Chang. And you know, we got Chris Simpson here, Trumpet Monkey, and also AKA The Energy. Really appreciate all the love that's happening in the chat. And I do see the Filipino fans coming out and showing out. Again, 46-24. Game is not over. And another flagrant foul. I think now is just frustration happening from Indonesia, and that they're just saying this loss is not what they wanted. Of course they didn't want it, but dang, you can't take it out on the players in NBA 2K.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you can't. You got to keep your heads about you right there. And again, look, it's an online game, so occasionally there'll be a couple of latency issues. That can be the difference. As we see it worked, the ball just worked to perfection there by the Philippine team. Getting into the paint, high percentage bucket, 25-point differential. And it just feels like Indonesia hasn't scored in a decade. It really feels like a long time right here.
Gotcha. Fuego trying to work something out. Again, not that much light at the end of the tunnel. I'm seeing it close down. This basically feels like Indiana Jones when the wall's coming down in the Temple of Doom. I don't know if they're going to make it out in time. Usually you do, but it's 51-24. And I'm telling you, Philippines are ruthless. They are not letting up for a minute.
Yeah, and they shouldn't. And that's something we touched upon earlier as well. You know, it's Game of Thrones.
Oh my God.
You either win or you go home in this case though, right? But yeah, you either win or you go home. I think if you got the opportunity to keep pouring in the points, don't worry about the other team's feelings. You know, that's not your problem.
I got
it. Your job is to go out there, represent your country, and score as many points as you can. The Philippines got the message. Indonesia, look, they did really well against Mongolia. They were in the driver's seat pretty much all of that game. Mongolia pushed a little bit as we see Fuego unfortunately missing, but you can't have this many empty possessions and expect to beat a team as good as the Philippines.
Exactly. I want to shout out to Don Preach right there on the field. He has a double-double right now, 13 and 12. I mean, 13 points. I mean, 13 and 13 rebounds. I mean, this man has been balling out all game, being a crucial part of this Filipino national NBA 2K squad. And I'm just looking at it. Got to take that timeout. They're going to take a breather, regroup, but you're up by 30. Why are you taking the timeout? I think you just keep playing.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was on the ground there, though, so in fairness, big man, dive for ball, get the timeout so you can actually get the inbounds right here. This 30-point lead, every time they've got the ball, the Philippines, just about, they've scored. And every time Indonesia's got the ball here in the second half, they've come away empty. And that's the difference. We're seeing it right now. It just adds up so quickly.
I mean, I've been watching the game entirely, and I'm telling you, in the first game against Mongolia, Indonesia was making all those shots that they were missing. You're absolutely right. And again, maybe it's that back-to-back play, because again, not only is this just a video game, but players do get fatigued in real life.
Yep.
There's a lot of brain power going into these matches. So, yes, they may just be a little tired. They're not getting that thing, but oh my God, that would have been nasty. That would have been one of the dunk of the century right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we see a three at the other end, I don't think Indonesia have scored now in over a quarter of basketball. And so that should just tell you, this Filipino defense for me has been the difference. Yeah, they scored 60 points. They've made big brain play after big brain play there, like with these timeouts before they go out of bounds.
Yep.
But defensively, to hold a team like Indonesia to 24 points, 6 points a quarter,
That's incredible right there, and showing why the Philippines are one of the top teams in this first season and also around the world. I mean, also, I'm going to the chat. People are asking for a J-Mac highlight, a J-Mac interview, and also, we have to let you know, we most likely interview the captains of each team. I'll ask production to see if we can work it, but I can't guarantee it.
Yeah, so 27 points for Indonesia right here as the timer is going to go. Game number 2, eFIBA Season 1. It's Philippines versus Indonesia. The Philippine team coming away with the big dub, Vince. Massive, massive performance. I think we might have to go to the history books there, though. 27 points for Indonesia might be their lowest score ever. As we see the Filipino team, look at the lads. They look absolutely pumped. Vince, you're going to be interviewing them in a moment. They're just trying to figure out the sound issues. But it isn't just players, right? It's actually all of the coaching staff as well. I think we're good to go.
Absolutely. Now, we got to start with the Indonesian team. Okay, we're going to have Fuego in just a moment. I'm going to ask one question about this loss. Fuego, how you feeling, brother? All right, Fuego, can you hear me, man?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, absolutely. Now, look, first game, you guys came out on fire. You took out Mongolia, which was crazy. But here's the thing. How does this game feel after that loss?
I mean, we just played a bad game. We'll rebound next game and bounce back stronger in the finals.
That's what I'm telling you. You're going to come back stronger. You're not out yet. Absolutely. I'm proud of you. I can't wait to see you play again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye-bye, sir.
No problem. And now I'm going to find out who is the captain from the Philippines. That's going to be LCB31.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
How you doing, brother?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Absolutely. Now, are you LCB31? No, we got it.
No.
It's okay. It's all right. Take your time. Look at that smile. Now, you're LCB31, right?
No, I'm Don Pritch.
You're Don Bridge. What's up, Don? How you feeling? You're the big man. Scoring the double-double. That was absolutely fantastic. How did you feel playing this game?
It was a great team win. We all played our roles and we stick to our game plan. We also stay composed all throughout the game, so it was perfect.
All right, stay composed. Amazing setup. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you in the next game.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's amazing right there. 2 teams powering through.
The setup right there for the Filipino team, I mean, that is some absolutely class action. And I think, Vince, for me, that's precisely why they were able to come out there. I mean, they took their game to the next level in this tournament. Absolutely. We've got the highlights right here. Truly, truly epic shots, it has to be said. But look at the way the patience of their game, the way they worked that dunk right there. And early on, for me, it was LCB31 who dominated, and then LGE Ice took over, full team performance. So there's Don Perch, who you were just interviewing. I mean, he ended up with the double-double. Look at that dunk right there. The way they move the ball around, the predetermined plays as well, they just came to play, and you can see how organized they are, how much it means to them. Truly, truly brilliant stuff right there. Not a lot of highlights for Indonesia necessarily to speak of in that game right there, except, you know, failure is the ultimate teacher, so they'll be back.
Hey, man, you can fall, but get right back up again. I mean, the old saying is fall 7 times, get up 8. They're not going to be out. I'm telling you, they still have a chance. But that game was a high-flying game. It was dunks after dunks. Great showing of what the Philippines can do. But also, shout out to Indonesia. You guys still got that win against, so it's going to be amazing.
Against Mongolia, exactly. But look, national pride, Vince, we've both played at a pretty high level basketball IRL. Can only imagine what the guys are feeling representing their nations here. I mean, it has to feel special.
Absolutely. Now, the representation is key. I mean, Philippines, it means so good to Tagalog. I love the food. They love basketball. I actually played in a Filipino league. Really quick, you have to be a certain percent of Asian just to participate in it. And when I say these are ballers, these are ballers. Now, I'm 6'2", 6'3". I'm playing against maybe 5'4", 5'5", but I'm telling you, these men are warriors. They don't quit. Representing their country is key, and also you got to give it to Mongolia.
Yeah.
3.3 million people in this country. They don't participate in a lot of team sports. Shout out to the Mongolian team that actually qualified for Olympic for 3x3. But when you see them in the team sport, it's gotta feel good to represent your country and wear that flag.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you can see what it means to the Filipino team. That setup, once again, truly awesome. One more shout out to FIBA, but also these national basketball federations, giving them all the kit there, giving them the space, the coaching staff, the statisticians, the dietitian right there. I mean, the guys are sleeping well, eating well, and playing well. That's all you can ask for. And they got the drip, as you guys say over in America. I mean, they look pretty good out there.
All right, good. Now we're gonna watch the captains of the Philippines and the Mongolians showing why they love their country so much.
My name is Sandan Dilik. I'm 29 years old. I'm playing for Mongolia. My position is point guard. To represent my country in this tournament would be a really big honor for me, and also it is a really big pressure at the same time, but we will do the best we can do in this tournament as a team.
My name is Julian Thomas Malilin. I am 18 years old. I play for the Philippines, and the position I play is small forward. We knew in this team that we would be the #1 team in Asia, and I feel like everyone here in the Philippines or in other countries too here in Asia would have the Philippines as their favorite, since most of the leagues are won by Philippine teams.
By the way, Philippines is the clear favorite here, knowing that they
I am the leader of the team. I'm the most vocal in the team despite of my age, since I'm the youngest in the team. Off the court, I'm this little kid. Since I'm the youngest in the team, they treat me as, the youngest as well. They like their little brother. But they also, at the same time, they also had that same amount of respect they give with other people. They know that I'm, capable of doing bigger things despite my age.
But if you look at Mongolia, they are a very quick team as they get another alley.
We play together at least 2 or 3 hours each day. And during the weekend we gather and sit together, and the most important part is that we save our close games and then watch it just to learn from the mistakes or to look for areas to improve. This tournament is really big chance for us to participate and represent our country.
Now, this is gonna be the last game of the Southeast Asia